Hey friends, and welcome to this brand new video dedicated to Poppy Playtime Chapter 5. The chapter is starting to take shape thanks to the official messages, images, and teaser released by Mob Entertainment. Today we're going to take a journey through some of the most important clues that have appeared on Discord in these last few months, messages that prepare us for a truly massive and surprising final chapter. In the last few months, some team members have dropped some very interesting hints. One of the biggest ones talks about the arrival of a lot of new images dedicated to Chapter 5. So, get ready because these images will reveal new secrets and previews of the new chapter. But that's not all. Another very intriguing message talks about the storyboard for Chapter 5, and apparently it's going to be very long. It seems that the team has planned a much bigger narrative sequence compared to the previous chapters, with many events, lots of story, and probably plenty of final revelations. So even though we still don't have an exact release date, everything that has been revealed so far makes it clear that Mob Entertainment is aiming really high. And today we're going to look together at every message, one by one, to understand what we can truly expect when Poppy Playtime Chapter 5 finally arrives. Before we begin, as always, remember to leave a big like on this video if you enjoy Poppy Playtime content, and make sure to subscribe to the channel so you won't miss the next updates, theories, and all the news coming in the next weeks. Your support helps me a lot and allows the channel to grow more and more. And now, let's go and let's analyze the messages. Now, let's start analyzing the first message. This message isn't new. It dates back to about 2 months ago. But it's absolutely worth looking at, because it contains a very important detail that many people might have overlooked. The message was written by Amber, the official artist of Mob Entertainment. Many of the official artworks of Poppy Playtime, and including posters, illustrations, and concept art we've seen over the years, were created by her. So we're not talking about just anyone, but one of the people closest to the creative process of the game. In this message, Amber wrote this sentence: "Amount of storyboards I'm doing for Chapter 5. At first glance, it may seem like a simple casual comment, but it actually contains a huge hint about what awaits us." The words amount of storyboards clearly tell us that the number of scenes, sequences, and narrative moments for this chapter is much larger than usual. And this is a very important sign. It means that the story of Chapter 5 will be long, complex, and full of events. After all, we shouldn't forget that in Chapter 5, we will finally find ourselves inside the laboratory, the most mysterious and unsettling place in the entire Playtime company. It's where the most secret experiments took place, the ones that created the most iconic characters of the series and triggered the darkest incidents. A place like that can only be filled with details, revelations, and crucial moments for the story. And if Amber is already talking about a huge amount of storyboards, then we need to prepare for a chapter that will probably be the most narrative-driven, the most cinematic, and the richest in content in the entire saga. We should also remember that Zach, the CEO of Mob Entertainment, already said that Chapter 5 will be the best in the whole series. This makes it clear that the team truly believes they are creating something big. Something that could close the story of Poppy Playtime in an epic way, full of twists and memorable scenes. In short, this first message from Amber is much more important than it seems and prepares us for a huge final chapter, full of content and revelations. And if this is just the first clue, imagine what awaits us with the next official messages. Now let's move on to the second message, which was also posted about 2 months ago, but provides other important details. Once again, the message was written by Amber, the official artist of Mob Entertainment, who, as we already said, is one of the most reliable and significant sources when it comes to visual content related to Poppy Playtime. In this new message, Amber clearly confirms that new official artworks for Chapter 5 are coming. This isn't speculation or interpretation. She literally wrote the words "more art posts." The use of the word "more" is not random, because it tells us that it won't just be 1 or 2 images, but a larger amount. This means that a real wave of new images is on the way, likely accompanying us all the way until the chapter's release. And the most interesting part is that Amber also hinted that these images will hide important details inserted on purpose so we can create theories, connections, and analyses. She's basically telling us that each image will be more than just artwork. It will be a clue, a piece of lore, a fragment of story that we'll need to study carefully. So far, officially, only 2 artworks have been released. The first was released in September and the second during Halloween. Both have already given some hints. But of course, this is nothing compared to the amount of images that are still yet to come. And we have to remember this factor. The next image might be released on Thanksgiving Day, just as we theorized in previous videos. And Thanksgiving Day, remember, is next Thursday. So if this theory turns out to be correct, we won't have to wait much longer before finally seeing a new official image of Chapter 5. So we might be very close to the beginning of a series of major reveals. In short, this second message confirms that new contents are right around the corner, and that soon we may receive crucial hints that will help us better understand the tone, story, and main events of this final chapter. As we have already seen in previous videos, Mob Entertainment always takes advantage of holidays to release a new image and therefore a new artwork themed around the celebration of the moment. This strategy has been used many times. Halloween artwork, Christmas artwork, and so on. It's a smart way to attract the community's attention and create an immediate connection between the time of year and the game's content. However, this time there is a very interesting detail that could completely change the pattern we were used to. The artwork released in September was not published during a holiday. There was no special event, no American celebration, no anniversary tied to the franchise. It was simply a normal day, chosen without any obvious connection to a particular occasion. It means that Mob Entertainment is no longer following only the holiday-based schedule to release artworks, but they might decide to publish an image on any random day without needing a specific event. Practically, every day of the year could become a potential day for a new reveal. This opens up many more possibilities and makes the waiting period much more unpredictable, because we can no longer rely solely on holidays to guess when a new picture might arrive. Of course, considering that next week we may get the artwork dedicated to Thanksgiving Day, we don't expect a new release in the days immediately before it. It's logical to assume that the next images will be posted directly next week, but as soon as that date passes, especially during the month of December, the possibilities open up again completely. December is a very active month for Mob Entertainment. Not only because of Christmas, but also because of the entire period leading up to it. And since we've seen that a holiday is no longer required for releasing an artwork, it's very possible that between Thanksgiving and Christmas, we'll get a new image published on a totally normal day. It could be at the beginning of December, in the middle of the month, or maybe just before Christmas to create extra hype. In short, the fact that the September artwork came out on a random day shows that this year's strategy is more dynamic, more unpredictable, and full of possibilities. And this means that after Thanksgiving, we'll have to keep our eyes open every day because a new Chapter 5 image might arrive when we least expect it. And that's it for this video. I really hope all this information and these messages helped you get a clearer idea of what to expect from Chapter 5. As always, thank you so much for the support and for watching the video until the end. Stay tuned because in the next few days we might get new updates, and of course I'll be here to bring them to you as soon as possible. Thanks again, and I'll see you soon in the next video. Bye bye.